Oh hey, I didn't see you there. Have you ever wanted arcade-level graphics from the comfort of your very own home? Well, do I have the thing for you. I made my very own portable Sega Genesis. It is the best thing to ever come into existence, just after yours truly. Anyways, the building process went a little something like this. First, I got a portable DVD player from Goodwill. This one's name is Dr. J. Hey! 4x3, 4x3. Oh my god. And what's that? On top of being able to plug in my NES and make it 4x3, the correct aspect ratio, I could also power something through USB, which I assume would be 5 volts, which, yes, was correct. A few months prior, I bought an AtGames Sega Genesis. It's almost like a successor to the Model 3, which was also a small Genesis. It did play the original cartridges, unlike the new, better one that you will most likely find in stores today. It did actually run off USB. That means it would be able to run off of the DVD player and plug into its video. First, I tried powering it from something other than the USB, because it would be nice to be able to power something else, I guess, and it would also just make it a bit more solid. But I couldn't really find anything, and I'm sure if I was smart I could, because that DVD drive had to be powered somehow, but it doesn't matter. So it was. Dr. J, are you going to be fully self-sufficient now? Video! It was at this point where I really should've just left the cartridge slot alone and let it stick up straight either when the DVD player is opened or maybe, put on the lid or something like that, because trying to solder it, let me tell you, you'll see soon, was a nightmare. It took up 90% of this project and still doesn't work that well. Well, now the port was out. Okay, so on my dad's puzzle table, there's a finished puzzle, by the way. I cut up all the little bits, 64 wires to be exact, and I cut off all the edges, so they're exposed. Took forever. Now I can solder them on. Now, we're at the part of this project that took the longest to do. I had to solder a wire into all 64 pins of the Genesis cartridge port. This was by far the part that took the longest to do. Oh no, I think it found me. Well, with that out of the way, let's go somewhere a little safer where I won't be harassed as much. Well, I think I should be safe here, so let me continue. I proceeded to solder all 64 wires to the pins, but as you'll see in a second, this was for nothing, because even after using heat shrink to isolate every single pin, some just fell off and I had to restart, and plus, this solid core wire is really hard to work with. just got back from the thrift store. I got this super cool game right here. But the reason I went to the store was to find a controller for this portable. In a bonus bin at the store, they had this controller. It was free. They just gave it to me. I can't imagine why they would give this controller to me for free. I mean, it's like in perfect condition, right? To make a long story short, I opened it up, cleaned it up, gave it a nice scrub with some soap, and rewired it. And it didn't work. I ended up replacing it off camera with a different third-party controller that I already had, and since that third-party controller actually already felt really good, I just kept it, and I'm using it with my Genesis right now. And neither did all those pins that I attached. In fact, some of them fell off. As you can see, they're super glued right now, and yeah, they didn't work. So I had to order a new one on Amazon, wait a few days for it to come, and try again with some more flexible wires. It was a moment of truth. Did all these 64 wires work? And the bigger question, would they stay together? Because I did actually get the other one to work. It just died after a little bit, and all the wires were falling out constantly. Well, no, it did not work. I filled with it some more, tried to figure out if anything was bridging, and it did work. Although only with some games, because even though I got it to work with Road Rash 3, for whatever reason now it doesn't, but it works with 2, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and Sonic 1. I don't know, I'm not gonna question it. Next, I printed a very simple rectangle to go under the controller to cover up that rat's nest of wires. And honestly, it looks pretty good. I think overall it almost looks kind of like it's supposed to be there. And the Genesis is done. Look at this. I can finally show you. I can finally play Road Rash 2 on the go. Oh, well, it's a little janky, but you get the point. So yeah, as you can see, it's the at Genesis P based on the at games Sega Genesis. So now that I'm done with another project, I can safely say that I will have no more issues for the... Crap, I think it found me again. Luckily, I'm prepared for something just like this. I have the perfect ammunition. Okay, that's it. It's time for you to die, you stupid Genesis. You aren't even compatible with every game. It keeps healing. Okay, there's only one more thing I can try.
You think your puny Genesis is the better portable Genesis cartridge playing device? No, I, the Sega Nomad, am superior.
Alright, Nomad, you worst portable Genesis, it's time to move to some new land. Wow, I can kind of see why they discontinued these now. I mean, they're a little bit...
You can't see me that easily.
I have my trusty zapper on me at all times. One shot of this baby should be able to blow this thing to the moon. Wait a minute. How did that balance board connect to a Wii?